This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with the daily wrestling news update. There was a wardrobe malfunction. I did put the link to it in the description from a fan cam at a WWE house show over the weekend where Carmella lost her top. So she managed to avoid actually exposing herself, but for a good bunch of seconds there, she was holding on to her top because it came unhooked. Now, speaking of house shows, I wasn't too familiar with this wrestler. I'd seen the pictures, but this is kind of funny. Apparently, this is Nikki Cross, aka Nikki Ash, who has this horrible superhero gimmick. These superhero gimmicks have never got over, but apparently during the Thunderdome era, WWE actually thought fans would like this, but apparently it's been getting boos and very little reaction that's positive now that fans have come back. So that just goes to show you the horrible people they have writing for WWE if they think that a gimmick like that is actually cool. Apparently, Jeff Hardy has tested positive for COVID, so he's been pulled from the road, according to reports. There's also reports WWE is returning to Saudi Arabia this fall. And I got to put up this picture of WWE President Nick Khan from the Colin Coherd podcast. I am a little late with this news, but I was made aware of this interview earlier today where he says WWE is not a wrestling company. They're a media company. Now, I understand WWE, they also have movies. And I don't know what the hell else they do. But as far as their television product, it's a wrestling product. You can call it whatever you want. It's hard enough for wrestling fans to watch their wrestling product, and I'm calling it wrestling. They'll call it storytelling or entertainment or whatever they want to call it. But I guarantee you, nobody is watching this that is not a wrestling fan, because it is hard for even wrestling fans to watch because it is not in the least bit entertaining. But I have a question for you fans, and you can tell me in the comments. And by the way, subscribe too. If you remember, subscribe to my channel or just subscribe right now. But tell me in the comments, WWE says they're a media company. They're not a wrestling company. So does that mean AEW is the number one wrestling company now then, if WWE is a media company? Because AEW is far above the popularity of any other wrestling company right now, AEW is. So does that mean they're the number one wrestling company? Because WWE is just a media company. In theory, according to WWE, yes, AEW is the number one wrestling company. And I'm not saying that because I'm a fan of AEW. Hello to Colonel Quail. That's about all the news for today, by the way. John Cena wrestled again after Raw went off the air tonight.